Hey guys, welcome to this energizing and intuitive flow. We are going to be in child's pose at the back of our mats, and just allow yourself to settle down, slow your breath, and pay attention to how your body feels. Now is a really chaotic and stressful time for us all, but for the next 30 minutes, we're going to focus on the here and now. Let go of everything on your mind. You can revisit them all after class, but this is a time for you to connect and to release. If it calls to you, you can set an intention for this class. What is it that you need? Maybe repeat a mantra. I release control. I forgive myself. I am worthy. Whatever it is, say this out loud or to yourself, and just breathe. We are going to come up and we're going to meet on all fours, going into cat and cow. With each breath, we will arch our bodies and pull our arms towards our legs, pull them towards the back of our mats. As we exhale, we're going to arch our backs, bring our spines all the way, pull to the ceiling, and stretch. You can take this time to move intuitively. Give your body whatever it needs. Maybe that means going in a back and forth motion, maybe creating a wave with your body. You want to be able to flow. Focus on how you feel instead of what your poses look like. Focus on what really feels good. We want to connect with our intuition, connect with ourselves, and move freely. If you would like to follow along with me, I am creating more of a wave with my body. I am coming down to the ground, pushing up and taking my cow position, pushing back and taking my cat position. We're just going to continue this flow for a couple of breaths. Focus on how you feel. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up on all fours and we're going to stretch out our wrists. So let's point our fingertips towards our knees. And if you need more sensation, you can sit back towards your feet. And then you're just going to hold this, breathe, get in touch with your breath. Maybe start to deepen your breath. And then we're going to just switch our grip, turn your wrist the opposite way, and press down. You can push back onto your feet again, and just continue to breathe. We are stretching through our body. We're going to reach our hands out, bring our chest down to the ground. You can either put your forehead on the ground or put your chin on the ground, and we are going to meet in puppy pose. We are going to really stretch our shoulders here, stretch your upper body. It's a very heart-opening pose. It's very common to store stress and tension in your shoulders, so we are going to stretch that out and really release that tension, release those emotions. If you need more sensation, you can move your elbows a little bit further, and you can bring your hands above your head, really pushing down, pushing through your shoulders. Once we are finished, we're going to meet on our stomachs, and we're going to meet in Sphinx pose. We are going to focus on opening our hearts, pulling our chest forward and our shoulders down and back. We're going to continue to breathe. Really enjoy these deep, slow opening poses. I'm going to take a few more breaths here. And then we're going to slowly come down, bring your forehead to the mat, and place your fingertips on the outside edges of your mat. We're going to push up into Cobra, breathe in. On the exhale, go back down. And then on our inhale, bring our fingertips to the nipple line and go into Baby Cobra, taking deep breaths and coming back down. Now we're going to start opening up and activating different parts of our body, starting with our back. So we're going to put our hands in front of us and lift both our arms and our legs at the same time. Lift, 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 and come back down. Take a couple breaths and prepare. We're going to lift up again. We're in a Superman position. Hold and release. We're really activating our back muscles now. We're going to take one leg at a time. We're going to push our leg down towards our mats, really stretching the upper thighs, waking them up, and we're going to switch legs. And then we're going to hold the insides of both of our legs, and we're going to get ready to activate all of our muscles and pull up as high as we can. So we should be trying to put all of our balance on our belly button area and just pull as much as you can, really opening your chest and activating your back. We're going to come down back onto the ground, and we are going to meet back up into all fours. We are going to start activating our core muscles. So we are going to come into a boat position. We're going to bring our feet in front of us with our knees bent, our hands in front of us as well. And then we are going to lower our boat position. So breathe in and breathe out, lower. Breathe in and out, lower. Breathe in and breathe out, lower once more. We're going to come back up, and then we're going to go down all of the way onto our backs. Now, this next sequence might be a little bit difficult, so feel free to take modifications. We're going to bring both of our legs up straight into the air, and we are going to just do 10 crunches, up, reaching for our feet. We're going to exhale every time we come up, inhale every time we come down, and just keep pulling. Very nice. Keep breathing. I know it's really intense on the core. Very good. And now, take a break. We're going to bring one leg down and come to the opposite side, and we're going to pulse there 10 times. Remember to keep on breathing. That's the most important part of this exercise, really waking up the core. If you need to take a modification, you can place both legs on the ground with your knees up and take the same motion with your upper body. We're going to take a little break, bring both legs up, bring your arms towards your head, and then we're going to switch sides, drop the other leg down, come over to the other side and pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. All right, so we really just woke up our core. We are going to start to engage our glutes as well. So we're going to meet in a bridge position. We're going to push our bodies up. Make sure you really squeeze the glutes. You should be feeling it in the glutes and also in the upper thigh area. Make sure you're squeezing your legs together. We're going to hold here, really activating our muscles, waking up all parts of our body. This really helps us to energize ourselves and feel better. We're going to come down and we're going to push up another time. Take a couple of breaths and get ready to push up. All right, and let's push up. This time, if it calls to you, you can intertwine your hands and move your shoulders behind your head. Bring them close together. Take a couple breaths here. And then we are going to come back down. Now that we have all of our muscles activated, we are ready to start flowing. We can bring our legs into our body and pull our knees close to our chest. Feel free to rock back and forth, make circles, whatever feels right for you. Just take this time to cool down from the intense work you just did and take a couple of breaths before we start to flow. This is your time to play, your time to be gentle. We're going to start to rock up, take a couple of rolls, and meet at the front of our mats. We are going to take a Malasana and just breathe. Really opening up the hips, releasing that tension. And when you're ready, we're going to meet in a forward fold. Push your legs straight and let your back just hang. Let it be loose. Bend your knees. Don't worry about how straight your legs are. Focus on really opening your upper back. You can hold onto your shoulders, swing back and forth. You can shake your head yes and no. You can hang onto the back of your legs and just rock back and forth. Just let your head be loose. Really wake up your neck. Let out that tension. This should feel really good for you. Once you're ready, come into a flat back position. Breathe in. Come back down. And then we are going to rise up. Beautiful. Open up the shoulders. You can move them back. You can roll them forward. And then we are going to bring our hands up to the sky, stare at your palms, and then bring them into a prayer position in front of you. We're going to do that one more time. Bring your hands up. You can reach back if you need to, really stretching, opening, and folding back down. We're going to push into a flat back position, come on back down, and then step or hop your way to plank position. From here, we're going to take Vinyasana and push up into upward facing dog and back into downward facing dog. You can walk out your dog. Feel free to really move intuitively now. Do what feels good. I like to create figure eights with my hips, but you can also push through your shoulders. You can move back and forth. Whatever feels good for you, wherever you really need that deep stretch. We're going to continue to breathe, continue to stretch, and we are going to bend our elbows and meet in a turbo dog. Really stretching our back, stretching, opening our chest. This should feel really nice. We're going to push back up, and we are going to step or hop to the front of our mat, meet in forward fold. And we're going to come all the way up, reach up to the sky, look up to your hands, and meet back into prayer position in front of you. Reach up one more time, really breathe, stretch backwards, and dive it forward. Meet in a flat back position, come back down, and we'll jump back into plank and take another Vinyasana. We're going into upward dog and downward facing dog. We're just going to hold here, take a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, bring your left leg up and make sure to keep your hips square, really pull, stretch, and then you can open your hip. Maybe make circles going in one direction, and then go in the other direction, really open up that hip. If it is in your practice, we're going to come into Wild Thing, so bring your leg down towards the ground and straighten your arm, really reaching. We're going to come out of it, come back into a one-legged dog. On the exhale, bring your knee to your elbow, come back up into downward dog, bring it to the other elbow, and back up. And last time, exhale, bring it to your forehead or as far as you can, and we're going to meet in a low lunge. When you're ready, bring your hands up, stretch, reach back as far as you can, and we're going to open into cactus position. Really push back. And when you're ready, we're going to come up and meet in half splits. So let's push our hip back. Make sure to keep your hips square. Breathe in and straighten your back, and on the exhale, you can soften. Really stretch, really push. It should feel really good, a really deep pose. Keep on breathing, and when you're ready, you're going to push forward, back into a low lunge, and we're going to come into lizard pose. So we're going to take your left leg and push it to the outside of your mat. Bring your elbows to the ground, And we're going to come onto the edge of both of our feet. You can push with your left hand, push onto your knee to really feel the stretch more. And just continue to open, continue to breathe. Should feel really good opening your hips, releasing all of this tension. And we're going to come back up, square your hips. Beautiful. Reach back up. And we are going to push into a high lunge. Come into a prayer pose. And we're going to take a twist. So bring your elbow to your knee. And you're going to look up. Continue to breathe. And really twist at the belly button. Keep your navel pushing towards your spine. We're going to come up, reach, and fall into Warrior 2. From Warrior 2, we're going to reverse our Warrior. Make sure to keep your knee bent. We're going to breathe and pull. On the exhale, we're going to come into a modified side angle. So you can bring your elbow to your knee. On our inhale, we're going to reverse our Warrior once more. Breathe in, very deep inhale, and last side angle pose. You can continue with modified side angle, or I'm going to come into a bind, reach underneath my leg and behind my back, and really pull your chest forward. Open up your heart. Once you're ready, we'll meet back in Warrior 2. Straighten our legs. You can scoot it in closer to your body if you need to. And we're going to go into a triangle pose. So really push out your hip and allow your hand to fall towards your foot. Don't let it touch the ground though. You don't want to put all of your weight into your hand. You really want to be using your side body. We're going to reach forward and find a half moon pose. Really hold, reach, and continue to breathe. If you can balance, maybe take your gaze up towards your hand. And then we'll meet in standing splits. You can put both or one hand on your leg and pull. Really breathe, and then you can bring your leg down. Place it right next to your standing leg, and we will meet in a forward fold. We can push up into a flat back position. And back down. Shake your head back and forth, really open up. And then we're going to come back up and reach for the sky. You can send your gaze towards your hands and we'll meet in a prayer position. From here, we are going to take a chair pose. So we're going to bring our hands up and sit back like we're sitting in a chair. And we're going to sweep our arms all the way down and back. Really push. We're moving the energy around, we're flowing. This is your time to move intuitively. Let all of that energy out. Let any frustration or anger, any fear you feel, we're going to push it out as we swing. We can meet in a plank position and come back into Vinyasana, upward facing dog, and a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Hold here. And we're going to do this on the other side. So bring your right leg up. And you can open your hip. Move it one way. Rotate it the opposite way. And again, if it's in your practice, let's meet in Wild Thing. Bring your leg toward the ground and really reach your arm backwards. We're going to come out of this back into downward facing dog. Bring your knee to your right elbow and push up on the inhale. Bring your knee to the left elbow and once again push up on the inhale. Bring your knee to your forehead. Really pull and step your foot forward. We're going to come in another low lunge. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. You can push back and use your cactus arms to open your chest. Once you're ready, we'll push forward, straightening our leg. Coming into a half split. On the inhale, we'll flatten our back, and on the exhale, we can soften. Really feeling that stretch. Really pulling, allowing. Continue to breathe, and we'll come forward, meeting in another lizard's pose. Bring your elbows down, bring your leg to the outside of your mat. You can come onto the side edges of your feet and push on your knee to really feel that stretch. Opening the hip. Really great for releasing tension both physically and emotionally. When you're ready, we'll come back up and we will meet in a low lunge. Bring our hands up and meet in a high lunge. In a prayer position, we will twist, bring our elbow to our knee, and bring our gaze upwards. Continue to breathe. Keep your navel pulling towards your spine. Twisting is amazing for your digestion, so if you're having any issues with that, this is really going to help. It's going to help detox your body, detox your organs. We are going to come up into our second warrior two, and on the inhale, we're going to reverse our warrior. Really stretch, feel that side body stretch. And we're going to come into our modified side angle, elbow to knee. One more time on the inhale, reverse the warrior. And on the exhale, bring it to side angle. You can take your bind if you did so on the other side. Make sure that if you're taking a bind, you are able to open up your chest. That's the purpose of the bind, to give you more of that stretch, more of that opening. Alright, we're going to open back into warrior two. Straighten your leg, bring it closer if you need to, and bend at the hip, hinge at the hip, and reach for your leg, reach for your foot. Make sure that there's no weight in your hand, it's all coming from the side body. When you're ready, look forward, and we're going to meet in a half moon pose. If you can find your balance, you can switch your gaze and look up at the ceiling, up at your hands, whatever feels right, or keep it down on the ground. Continue to breathe, and we're going to drop our arm and meet in your standing splits. Really pull, keep your hips squared, don't let your hip pop out. And when you're ready, we're going to bring both legs together, meet in a forward fold. You can flatten your back, breathe in, and then on our next inhale, we are going to come up, rise, and breathe. Reach for the ceiling, look up, and bring it back to a prayer pose. We're going to come into another chair pose, so we're going to bring our arms up, sit back, and sweep the ground a couple of times. Use all of your energy and just sweep. Bring your arms all the way behind you. And then we'll come and we will meet in a plank pose. Take a couple of breaths. You can take a vinyasana, or you can take a couple of yogi push-ups. Either way, we're going to push back and meet in a child's pose. We can have our knees together this time and bring our arms to the outsides of our body, letting our elbows drape over. Really relaxing our bodies, bringing our breath back to neutral. Allow our bodies to relax a bit. We're going to start to cool down, so we're going to come up and we're going to give our neck a good stretch, bring our head close to our knees, and really push forward, feeling a stretch in the back of the neck. Good, keep breathing. And when you're ready, we're going to come on up, meet in a seated position. You can do whatever you feel you need to here. Maybe roll the shoulders, roll the neck. And then we're going to meet on our backs and start our cooling down process. You can lay down and grab the outsides of your feet. We're going to meet in a happy baby pose. Have your elbows pushing against the insides of your knees to really open up the legs, really open up the hips. You can do whatever feels good here. You can move back and forth. You can straighten one leg, straighten the other, maybe straighten both together, and just rock. Just allow your body to move intuitively. Play around. Allow yourself to look silly. Beautiful, and just focus on your breath. We're going to bring our legs down. Allow them to fall into a butterfly position as we prepare for our last intense pose. First, we can just breathe here. Place one hand on your heart, one on your stomach. Feel the breath, focus on the breath. Be here, be present. We're going to prepare for our wheel pose. So take your time where you are. Bring your legs together, bring your hands above your head. And we're going to push up into our wheel pose. Take your best version. Push as hard as you can. Really feel that stretch. Open your body, open your shoulders. Continue to breathe. We're going to hold it a little bit longer, a few more breaths, and we're going to come on down. You can windshield wiper your legs back and forth. Play around here, do whatever feels good. Do anything that maybe we didn't do. Stretch anything you feel you still need to be stretched. Take some time for yourself. And we are going to straighten our legs, bring them fully in front of us. We are going to let the blood flow down. It's great for circulation. If you do want to take an inversion, you can take shoulder pose with me, or you can take any inversion of your choice. And we are going to just let the blood flow. If you are menstruating, I would suggest avoiding this pose, maybe taking a different pose of your choosing. But we're just going to continue to breathe here. If you are in shoulder stand, you can meet me in plow pose. We're going to bring our legs down to our head. Really stretching out the back and the neck. Feeling those deep stretches. We don't normally stretch this part of our body, so it's very rich feeling. Maybe bend your knees. Play around. Do what feels right for you, what feels right for your body. And we're going to slowly roll on down. And we are going to take our last poses, our twists. So let's bring one knee to the chest, pull it in towards your shoulder. We're going to take it, pull it the opposite way. Beautiful. And look towards the direction opposite of your knee. Taking a very gentle pose, a very gentle twist, but still very effective. Beautiful. Continue to breathe. We're going to switch our legs. Bring the other leg into your chest. Pull it towards your shoulder. And we're going to pull it in the opposite direction. Let it just fall to the side as you take your gaze to the opposite side. And continue to breathe. Continue to twist. We're going to slowly make our way into Shavasana. So find a comfortable position, one where you don't have to adjust yourself. Let your arms and your feet hang on the sides of your mat. Take up as much room, as much space as you need to. And allow yourself to just be. Allow your breath to come back into a normal pace. Pay attention to it, but don't try to control it. Pay attention to how your body feels. Compare how your body feels now to how it felt before this practice. Before you decided to take this time to devote to yourself, to your physical, mental, emotional well-being. Continue to breathe, really focus on your body, focus on the sensations. Allow it to integrate all of these benefits that you just received from your practice. You should be very proud of yourself for making it here. Maybe tap back into your intentions or the mantra that you set in the beginning of class. Focus on that, repeat that to yourself. And we're just going to breathe here. Focus on your breath. Breathe in and out. Feel your heartbeat. You should be feeling more energized now, more open. We are all stuck in isolation, and it can get uncomfortable, and we can get very stagnant, very stressed, very sore from not really moving around. So taking this time to care for your physical health is so beneficial. Reap the rewards of this practice and continue to find things that feel good for you. Continue to express yourself. Continue to be grateful, to be present, to enjoy the moment for what it is. Take the next few moments to just breathe. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you need to. Or you can join me as we start waking up parts of our body, moving our fingers and our toes, waking up, opening up, stretching our body. When you're ready, we're going to meet in a seated position. Open up your shoulders if that feels good. And I thank you for joining me today. I thank you for allowing me to guide you through this flow. The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. Namaste.